Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the first of two disaster recovery action plan meetings was hosted last night in an effort to hear back from the community. And a lawsuit has been filed in the Rockcastle County train derailment after claiming to be exposed to toxic gas.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on November 30th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Cameron Aaron for a look at your forecast this morning. And Cameron, we finally saw some of that a little bit warmer air yesterday afternoon. I know I told Brandon yesterday that I tried to go on a walk the day before. It was freezing. Yeah. And I actually was able to get outside and not feel miserable last night.
Monday and Tuesday we struggled to make it above freezing. Yesterday had some upper 40s and lower 50s, and we get even warmer by this afternoon. Also by Friday we see some upper 50s and maybe even some 60s by this weekend. But this morning we are still cold. Temperatures for most of us in the upper 30s and lower 40s, but a few lower 20s and teens in those cooler pockets, down to 22 for Grundy, 19 over in Jonesville, Virginia, 40 in Jackson, 40 also for Prestonsburg, and 36 over in Somerset at this hour. But up on first alert pinpoint Doppler as high pressure continues to sit over the southeastern coast. Once again, we are dry this morning. More dry weather on the way for most of your Thursday, but those rain chances are looming as we go into late tonight, also on your Friday. But your forecast on Thursday, once again, temperatures rebound into the middle and upper 50s. We should be in the lower 50s. So once again, we are above average on Thursday. We stay under a mix of sun and clouds, but again, that cloudy weather, also that soggy and breezy weather is on tap to close out the work week. Those details plus your full 7-day forecast on the way in just a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Cameron. Yesterday, the first of two disaster recovery action plan town hall meetings was hosted in Hazard. Community members had the opportunity to voice their thoughts on where the nearly $300 million allocated to our communities impacted by the July 22 flood should go. The funding is from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Community Development block grants. Housing Development Alliance Executive Director Scott McReynolds says these meetings are important.
The Department of Local Government as the administrator and HUD as the agency that oversees it actually are required by law to take into account the public comment. So it's just really important for people to speak up and let the two agencies know what the need is, where the money is going to be best spent, and then how the money gets spent.
If you missed the meeting in Hazard, there is another one today at 5:30 p.m. at the Big Sandy Area Development District in Prestonsburg. A Zoom option is also available. We have more of that information on our website. Two people who lived near last week's train derailment in Rockcastle County have filed a lawsuit against CSX Transportation. They claim they were exposed and injured when the resulting fire sent toxic gas into the air. CSX confirmed a wheel bearing failed along a 23-mile stretch in between hot bearing detectors. The lawsuit claims CSX initially told first responders there was nothing to worry about, that the cars were carrying food-grade substances. It turned out to be molten sulfur. And one plaintiff is a local firefighter who helped battle those burning toxins for 13 hours. Attorney Josh Archery says their goal is to hold CSX accountable for being negligent and taking part in ultra-hazardous activities.
We need to stop CSX and Norfolk Southern and any other train companies that are not monitoring their wheel bearings and are carrying hazardous chemicals through our country. We need to stop them from doing it recklessly.
The class action complaint also requests that CSX pay for any medical testing people have to do as a result of the incident. CSX sent us a statement saying they are reviewing the allegations of the lawsuit. They say in the rare occurrence of an incident like this, they respond quickly and prioritize safety and recovery for the community. Attorney General Daniel Cameron announced a nearly $1.5 million settlement with State Farm. The agreement settles allegations that State Farm failed to adequately identify and disclose to some Kentucky customers uninsured and underinsured coverages available under their policies. In addition to the money, State Farm has strengthened its notification policies, trained staff, and implemented a database search tool. Yesterday, officers from across Kentucky were recognized for their efforts in getting impaired drivers off Kentucky's streets and highways. Officer Colby Patterson from the Barberville Police Department in Knox County was one of those officers. Patterson says last fiscal year he made 134 DUI arrests, which is about 2 a week.
Really, I just doing my job. You know, that's something that I'm passionate about, is getting impaired drivers off the roadways.
State officials say during the fiscal year of 2023, there were more than 3,000 DUI arrests. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, a vote could happen today or tomorrow to expel Republican Congressman George Santos of New York.
Plus, we are tracking showers and breezy weather as we end the work week, timing out those rain chances after this break.